you want it, it's okay. It's all right. Ready to go with Coach Krystkowiak, and if it would remind you to let us know if you need a microphone. We'll get one wireless microphone to you. Coach, you give us an opening statement. We'll build up the questions.
Yeah, no, I'm ready for questions. There's a lot of little stories in that game, so.
Coach, obviously Kentucky shot well from the perimeter. How much better are they, or how much better is any team when they're hitting from the perimeter?
Well, I mean, you kind of have to pick your poison, make a decision on how you're going to try to guard them. You know, numbers-wise, I think the three-point shot hadn't been their strength. They've been pounding people on the glass, pounding people inside. And so we had a pretty good plan overall, and certainly Johnson in the first half, you know, hitting 5 threes was I thought that was a big storyline with the game, and our inability with some of the mindless turnovers in the first half. I think there were 12 points scored off of our turnovers, which was virtually the difference in the game. That was probably the big key. Give them credit for knocking down shots. Knew that had been a point of emphasis, and we played zone, pretty much the entire game, and that's maybe what you're going to have to give up. And I was really proud of our guys for our ability to rebound. Maybe there weren't as many offensive rebounds for Kentucky because they made enough of the perimeter shots. But regardless, that's been a focal point for us, and to out-rebound them by 8 on the game, I thought was something that we could hang our hat on. We just have a lot of different areas we need to improve. Somebody got a washing machine on over here or something? Squeaky one?
Coach, you say there's a lot of stories to take away from the game. So what is the biggest takeaway that you take from this?
Well, I think I just mentioned it. I mean, unlike football where you can send 11 guys out there and get stops and take a lot of pride on defense, and defense never really has much to do with offense. When you send your 11 offensive guys out there, kind of like reset. Well, for us, turning the ball over puts a lot of pressure on your defense. So you've got an offensive issue and a defensive issue. It's hard to guard this team in transition. You can't defend turnovers, and you certainly can't defend the free throw line. We did a decent job of not fouling, but the turnovers was a little bit crazy. So give them credit for that. It's an area we have to improve in. And as I mentioned, I think the rebounding and the three-point shots were the big. We have a lot of internal things that we need to work on. There's a lot of different facets. And we've got a couple games here. We'll play again Monday, play Friday, and then we've got a little Christmas break. We've got to get ready for obviously a really good Nevada team, and then our conference play.
Coach, how much different was Johnson today? How did you expect Johnson to be?
Well, I think, again, we took away some of the interior presence with our zone. We didn't do a great job when we doubled. When we doubled the big guys, we let them skip balls opposite, and that's where a couple of his threes came from, just too much in rhythm. So we did have some breakdowns in our trap within our zone, but those guys stepped up and made some big threes. Those things add up fast, and we can do a better job. But I think we took away one of the facets of the game. We were willing to live with some of those threes, and we made some adjustments. And credit to their shooting, no doubt. But by the numbers, he's certainly get to the free throw line, get to the rim kind of guy more than he is an open three. And when you play a team like Kentucky, I think with enough different weapons, certainly those guys have it in them to do some different things. And we were trying to play the numbers and it didn't work out in our favor.
With Cedric not having the best game today, how helpful was it to have both to have his next game so far?
Yeah, Booth Gotch, talented freshman, and seemed like he was ready for the occasion. And I think he's got a super bright future. We're playing a number of freshmen, Batten and Timmy Allen. I'm proud of those guys. And we just, at the end of the day, you've got to have some of your players step up. We've got too many 1-for-7s and 1-for-6s and 1-for-4s on the stat sheet. When you play a team of this level, anytime you play a top 20 team, players need to make plays, and we just put too much. I thought we made good progress sharing the ball, but shooting air balls and different things with wide open draw and kick shots is not going to get you very far. So I think now we've got that concept of sharing it a little bit more. Now we've got to get the reps and feel comfortable with knocking down some of those shots.
Coach, you used the word mindless to describe the turnovers. I'm wondering, how much credit should go to the defense or pressure, or how much of it maybe the atmosphere, the environment, or something else?
Yeah, I mean, it's impossible to quantify those types of things. It was obviously something. I thought the thing I know that we can control is our execution. And we had a couple of end out of bounds plays. We had a couple of plays that have a finishing action to them that when we decide that we're just going to make it up on our own, you kind of deserve to turn it over. And that's what happened. There were a few pick sixes where you throw it to them and you can't defend a dunk in transition. So I don't know if mindless is the right term, but you got to be disciplined to, okay, we didn't get that, and how do we finish the play? It's the play after the play. And we didn't want to turn the ball over. We did. And I think certainly our offense has a long way to go. We got late in the shot clock, far too many times. And I said it to our team. I was hoping they wouldn't take me literally. A lot of times the defense will break down if you make them guard for 28 seconds, and you can still get a really good shot with 2 seconds to go. And I said early in the week I'd be okay with the shot clock violation because at least they have to take it out of bounds. And I think our guys actually took that as coaching, and we decided to do it about 5 or 6 times. So at least they're coachable.
Are there any differences between Reed Travis you saw last year and him in the Kentucky uniform, or is he kind of a similar player?
No, I believe he's the same player as far as I can tell, and in the games that we watched, scouting report, physical presence. He's a load. I think a new environment, playing with maybe a handful of freshmen, having some leadership, some of those things, I think are super valuable. But he's been the same player that I can remember. We kind of knew if he gets the ball in the post, it's going to get near the rim pretty quick. I thought we did a decent job with some of our traps, but yeah, he's certainly helpful.
Anyone else? You have a question for Coach? If not, Coach, thank you very much.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
thanks.